Hello everyone, this is Sid Domkowski, and I'm going to be presenting my story map project for World Geography. A couple disclaimers before I start. One, I could not get my locations changed on my main map, so not all of them are actually accurate, but I do have maps included. Second disclaimer, it added an entire second story map to my story map. Again, I am not sure how to change that or anything, so I just pretend that it doesn't exist. And finally, I already have tried to do this presentation a couple different times and have failed every time, so this time I'm going to try not including my videos, so you will have to actually physically go to my story map to watch the videos. Okay, with that being said, let's get started. The Puebloan people. A brief breakdown in history. And this date is there because I have edited, or I actually got it, I published it today, but I have been working on it throughout the course. Introduction. The Puebloan people are comprised of three indigenous groups, the Mogollon, the Hohokam, and the Anasazi, or ancestral Puebloans. These tribes have been credited as the first farmers in America and have been praised for their architecture. This map will be a brief guide through where and how the ancient Puebloans lived. We will also take a glimpse into the modern-day Puebloans' lives as well. Architecture. Pueblo architecture consists of large, doorless, multi-level buildings. The buildings contain multiple contiguous rooms, and each level of the building was accessible by exterior and interior rooftop ladders. Contemporary Puebloan villages include modern infrastructure such as electricity, plumbing, glass windows, and exterior doors. Keep this picture in mind as I present this next section. Agriculture. Corn was the first crop irrigated and included in many of the creation stories. Agriculture was the basis of societal development, but a hunting-gathering lifestyle was introduced which diversified the diet. Large irrigation systems were developed by the Puebloans due to the arid climate. By 800 CE, Hohokams had created one of the largest irrigation systems spanning across almost all of Arizona. And the picture above is an example of an ancient, and that's supposed to say Hohokam canal. And this is a video that describes Puebloan architecture and way of life, and the important segment is from minute 26 to minute 55. Puebloan pottery. The Puebloans started as basket makers. As societal developments would continue, pottery would become a large part of the culture. Designs included geometric shapes and animal patterns. The colors are described as polychromatic, black on black, or black on cream. This style of pottery is still continued to be made to this day. Religion. The Puebloan people followed the Kachin or Katsina religion. The holistic style religion teaches of a balance between humans and the cosmos, which includes both the physical and spiritual world. A balance must be maintained to keep life going, which is accomplished through respect of the natural world and consistent sacrifices to the spiritual world. And this is a video helping describe their religion, and the highlighted segment is from 34 seconds to a minute 25. Kachina dolls. Much like ancient Egyptian culture, the Puebloans created dolls or idols that were believed to have lives of their own. The Kachina doll was a wood carving that represented spiritual beings and aside from ceremonial purposes was used for education. Okay, and this right here is a map of the three main Puebloan cultures, and we will be spotlighting each of these red highlighted areas. Or it's four, not three. The first group is the ancestral Puebloans, and as you can see, this is a map of just their territory. A multicultural group after 1300 AD, the ancestral Puebloans are known for their corn cultivation, ceramics, and social organization. Their religion also had less emphasis on rainmaking ceremonies. They lived in the previously described multi-story pueblos and the construction of kivas. Modern-day Puebloans are descendants of the ancestral Puebloans, although specific linkages are difficult to make. And this is a map of just the Hohokam region. The Hohokam were deemed the masters of the desert, and existed from the beginning of the ADs until about 1450 AD. They created the largest and most complex irrigation system north of Peru. Their homes were villages based along the canals. Unlike many towns from neighboring cultures that would only be occupied for a few decades, many Hohokam villages were occupied for over 1,000 years. It is a mystery as to why the culture vanished. And I could not find a good map on just the Mogollon territory, but I thought this was a very unique map in comparison to the others, so I included it. Mogollon. The Mogollon are known as mountain people due to them inhabiting mountains and canyons. Very similar to the previously mentioned cultures, the Mogollon are best known for their black-on-white pottery. Developing their own cultural identity, the Mogollon would exist from around 200 AD to 1450 AD. Like the Hohokam, the reasons for their disappearance is unknown. And in this video, describes Cliff Palace, which is also a good example of basic Puebloan architecture. And the important segment is from 15 seconds to 57 seconds. Cliff Palace, which this, along with the next 3 slides, are the highlighted areas in that original map of the 3 different groups. Cliff Palace. Cliff Palace was an impressive feat built between 1260 and 1280 AD, when some of the people living on Mesa Verde moved away from their Mesa Top fields, or when they moved from their Mesa Top fields. This is located in the Mesa Verde National Park. There was an obvious advanced way of life, which can be seen through the presence of living rooms, courtyards, work areas, storage rooms, kivas, towers, and beams. Chaco Canyon. From 850 to 1250 AD, Chaco Canyon was a major center for ceremonies, trade, and political activity for the ancestral Puebloans. As you can see, this is it today. And along with the last one, this is also Cliff Palace today. And here is Casa Grande, and this is again an image of it today. Casa Grande is an abandoned village at the end of a canal where it was most likely a major role in organization of irrigation communities. By the time the first Europeans made contact with Casa Grande in 1694, the inhabitants had been long gone. And this is an image of today of the Guia cliff dwellings. Primarily built in the 1280s, the Guia cliff dwellings were a group of abandoned Puebloan houses built in a cave. The abandoned community was found by European American settlers in the 1870s. And then this video is of the modern reservations of the Puebloans. This one's from the 1970s, and although the whole video is interesting, it's only really important to watch up to the minute 20 mark. And last but not least, we have a traditional song of Puebloan music, and it is only a 2-minute 16-second song, so definitely worth it to listen to the whole thing. And again, it added an entire second one. So I guess you can definitely get the information, if that makes sense. And this is the works cited page. So that was my project on the Puebloan people, which in reality is a group of 3 people, which then can be further divided into many other tribes. But at its basis, it is the 3 main groups that today exist mainly as just called the Pueblo people. Again, I hope you enjoyed the project, and good luck on the rest of your academic careers. Thank you for listening.